Emily had always been fascinated by the old wallet that her grandfather used to carry. It was dusty and worn out from years of use, but she couldn't help feeling drawn to it. One day, while rummaging through his belongings after he passed away, Emily stumbled upon a library card hidden inside. As she examined the card more closely, Emily noticed something strange. There were no due dates or expiration dates on it. She wondered if her grandfather had somehow forgotten about this card all these years, but as she turned to show it to her mother, she felt an unsettling chill run down her spine. Her mother seemed nervous and fidgety, glancing around the room as if she feared being overheard. Emily tried to brush off the feeling of unease, telling herself that there was nothing strange about a library card with no dates on it. But as she continued to examine the card more closely, she began to notice something else. Her name wasn't written in the usual way on the card. Instead, someone had scribbled Emily in faint letters at the bottom of the page. As Emily's eyes widened in alarm, a cold breeze swept through the room, extinguishing all the lights and plunging everything into darkness. When the lights flickered back to life, her mother was gone, but on the library card now lay an additional message: check out your own story. The words seemed to sear themselves onto Emily's retina as she realized that some secrets were better left unexplored in a dusty old wallet. Emily had always been fascinated by the old antique shop on Main Street. She loved to browse through its dusty shelves and imagine what treasures lay hidden within its walls. One day, while exploring the store's back room, she stumbled upon an old wallet buried beneath a pile of forgotten trinkets. As she opened the worn leather case, Emily discovered that it was filled with expired coupons, faded photographs, and a library card, but not just any library card. The one inside seemed to be from another era altogether. It had no expiration date, no barcode, and an address that didn't match her own town's postal code. Intrigued by the mysterious card, Emily decided to visit the local library to see if she could find out more about it. When she arrived at the circulation desk, a librarian with kind eyes looked up from behind a stack of books and asked for the card. As soon as Emily handed over the old wallet, her heart began to sink. The librarian's expression changed from curiosity to concern, and she leaned in close to whisper that this library card was not just any ordinary one. It had been issued decades ago, long before anyone could have borrowed a book with such an address. It belongs to someone who never checked out, the librarian said softly, her voice barely audible over the creaking of old wooden shelves. As Emily watched in horror, the librarian's eyes seemed to cloud over, and she began to whisper strange incantations under her breath, as if trying to conjure up a presence that had lain dormant for years. Emily had always been fascinated by the old antique shop on Main Street. She loved to browse through its dusty shelves and imagine what treasures lay hidden within. One day, while rummaging through a worn leather wallet in the back of her grandfather's dresser drawer, Emily stumbled upon an old library card. The card was yellowed with age and had a faint scent of decay. It bore her name, but it seemed to belong to someone else entirely, a boy named Timmy who lived across town. As she turned the card over, she noticed that the expiration date read never. The shopkeeper told Emily that this particular library card was from many years ago and had been lost for decades. Emily felt an inexplicable shiver run down her spine as she gazed at the card. She couldn't shake off the feeling that something was watching her, even though no one else seemed to notice anything out of the ordinary. As night began to fall, Emily found herself wandering back to the antique shop, drawn by a morbid curiosity. As she pushed open the creaky door, an old librarian with sunken eyes and wispy hair peered at her from behind the counter. "Welcome, young one," he croaked in a voice that sent shivers down her spine. The librarian's gaze locked onto Emily's library card, his expression twisted into a macabre grin. In that moment, Emily realized she was not alone, and that some secrets were better left unexplored.